Well, surprise, surprise, folks. Happy Friday to you. Decided to jump online here and get ourselves a little update because we are at quite a spot that really deserves the attention needed. We're definitely, we got some major things happening, coming together, and I think it needs to be addressed before it gets out of control. So I normally don't do this, but this is why you subscribe, you join our basic membership here at Harmonic Trader. You get on the Discord. As I said, I'm going to be in there more. I've been in there more this week already, outlining some things, posting some charts, and we're going to do more of that. So, welcome everybody. I know. Hit the subscribe button. You know, if you're surprised like I am, just hit the subscribe button so next time, and there's going to be more of this, we are ready. And again, I have been saying, posted a tweet this morning, and I said, you know, I've been saying it's a matter of weeks, it's a matter of days, it's a matter of hours. Yeah, it's over. Because everything that we needed to see has been seen, and I want to update that now because it's, you know, this when markets shift and they change. Here's the SPY right now, big 5-minute bat pattern. I posted that on Twitter like 30 minutes here. And again, continuation pattern. When you're printing beautiful 5-minute patterns like this in a market like this, it really does mean something. It has greater significance, and that's where we are. I mean, the whole deal about our dot situation, everything that we have been talking about. Okay, we have limits to this stuff, and again, it's like that. There's the dot, there's HSI. We're supposed to react. We didn't. Yesterday was a killer. Yesterday was definitely a killer. Might have killed the whole uptrend. And then you see these banks blowing up. Yeah, that's where. Listen, there's reasons why I say, you know, it's a matter of weeks or a matter of days or now a matter of hours. And you think about what's happened just hour to hour over the last, 48, 72 hours. A couple banks blowing up, a couple of other major things happening that are at critical spots, at critical levels. This is why this stuff does happen like this. So, this is unusual for me. You guys know this is unusual for me, and there's major reasons why. And I don't want to, I'm definitely not going to waste my time just jumping online here unless we've got major things going on. But this has been the deal the whole time of, okay, we're here on your daily, and let me bring in the 200-day moving average. All right, we're right there. We're going to fail that. I mean, if that was really strong, we'd be hitting that, pivoting that already. You'd see some kind of hammer formation or something. You wouldn't see banks blowing up. You wouldn't see crypto blowing up. We're going to go right to Bitcoin in a second here because the SPY has been the only chart I really care about for the whole market. It's the macro picture for what you need to pay attention to. And for our purposes, your limits are, you've run out of time. Really quick on the 4-hour time frame, this is the big deal for today. And again, not to get anybody FOMO'd, but this hop on the 4-hour is fair game. And if it's not today, it's Monday or Tuesday. Monday. That's where you go. From a pattern perspective, with that kind of a situation, hop at 382.89. I'm just wondering if that's today. The 5-minute bat pattern that just completed in this zone, there's no confirmation, and I would need to highlight this stuff. It's so it's there. You've got expanding HSI oversold. You have expanding amplified oversold, but going lower. This is where it flushes. This is where, when you have a zone like this, okay, and you're there at the hop level with hop at 382, fair game here. And this is where your zero DTEs can be monsters. Okay, I had a couple. I hope to get one or two off as we talk. Let's see what we've got. There you go. There's your 5-minute time frame. I don't think we're going to have a type 2 retest. We have really not seen in a lot of these bearish patterns on most time frames type 2s. But if we could maybe come back here and then dump down, this sets up for some major stuff next week. And certainly when we see this kind of behavior, and you got to think about where we're going to, the end of the quarter, we've got earnings in April. We break down these levels much further, and I mean Monday, and I think they're already broken. You've got issues. So beautiful patterns all over the place. You've got some major levels. It's just slicing through. Here's ES, which is, I think, important before I shoot to Bitcoin. There's you go. We have a 4-hour bat pattern, folks, right now. It's a type 2. And the critical thing that I want everyone to understand that was an important reaction about 10 days ago. And the fact that we had a perfect type 2 at your 200-day on the 4-hour brings you back all the way to 39.36, but really no confirmation. We could go as low as the hop on 38.58 and still be in a bullish pattern, but with the other time frames cracking, that's an issue. It's an issue. And you've already failed this confirmation dot. What I'm looking for, price action continues to slide, which I think it's going to. It really looks like, that 5-minute pattern across the board, not good, and then you go back down. And that's how you get to the hop level. So many things going on. I really want to urge everyone about what's happening. Basic members, paid members, premium gold members. Guys, there's updates on that page in the Discord. There's a new 3 ideas, 3 fresh shorts. And I'm pausing any longs that haven't been executed. That's where I'm at. I'm pausing any new longs. So some things did hit, the other things didn't hit. But I'm looking at this scenario. And what it is on a lot of these where we did the October low, and again, this SPY chart is, you can apply it to anything. The macro, this is your macro harmonic assessment. It is a type 1 reaction off the deep crab from October. Type 1 reaction's over. What do you guys think about that? A lot of people in here, mostly regulars. What's going on, chat? Great to see everybody here. But I think you've been around this long enough to understand the framework that we are likely going to go into a type 2 return, especially if we get a close under last week's low, under 39.25. Okay, trading 39.28 right now. You're down almost 30. But this is where you are. And the thing about these return phases that, hey, all of those patterns that formed, those big ones, could still be valid, but we know the type 2 is where the bigger moves happen. And when you go into the return phase after the reaction, listen, there's your reaction. Doink. 35.50 to 4,000, let's call it. It went shot above there, but okay. But here's the breakdown. And that once this return phase does get triggered, sometimes it can be a tricky read, but you get acceleration. And you have to go back to the XA level. With, on especially deep crab, possibility to go all the way down to the hop, 32.11. If this is where we are, okay, Now we play some puts. Now we get ready to launch into selling rallies, type 2, 5-minute bearish patterns, things like that. Because had you tried to short this, even going back as early as November on the first run, you would have got chopped. And this is the same for Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, and many others. And I'll get to those in a bit. We have to get to Bitcoin. We have to get to Bitcoin because Bitcoin, we knew the deal. And let's just jump over to there. Pop up Bitcoin. It's at 20,000. That's a meaningless number. Okay, the round number of 20,000 is meaningless. What is important, if we were on the shark, and I've been saying all along that don't be surprised to see this target one be tested. So here you are, and you're at the 200-day moving average with the retest bounce off of your shark. Okay, the first thrust type of deal that we've been talking about. It depends on your feed. Someone's saying a crab. The slightly different feeds, but I really think it's, everyone knows 25,000's monster psychological level, and then maybe moon later, but that's not now, not off the pattern. And almost the automatic reaction that patterns give you down to target one is a structural minimum. And now, what do we need to see? Well, daily time frame is deep oversold. So if you're looking for a turnaround in Bitcoin, not yet, not for a couple more days. And amplified, hey, that's great that that's oversold, but if we go into a day over day kind of leak over the weekend, 1650, 16,589, target 2 off the shark, that's likely. And still within the whole weekly crab pattern. Look, this crab on the weekly, the daily time frame, let me bring that back out. Yeah, it's that crab pattern again. That big 1618 at 21, that's 21,400 off of this. But we're still in this kind of tight zone. That even in the same way that 20,000 and change wasn't a big deal, I don't think 16.5 is a big deal either. And you go back there, or 17. Certainly until we can get out of amplified being oversold and HSI being oversold. Those are two important indicators. I'm not going to sell anybody or on anything today, or give anything away other than just saying, listen, if you have any questions or need to learn the material, just go get the free basic membership at harmonictrader.com and go to the basic members page. Take the time to go through that material. Even if it takes you a month, take the time. Because once you dive into that, then you start to understand what we're talking about here. You're going to be able to recognize the opportunities. We see today here why I'm live streaming, and it's because of the harmonic pattern framework and what a critical spot we are in crypto otherwise. The other really big kind of pattern formation that we had discussed was the total 3 index that had a bat pattern on the daily, and it went not only to target 1 but straight to target 2, which is not a surprise for crypto. You bounced off a target 2, but we talked about this week. It's just that this move and going to target 2 straight off gives you a deeper move, a deeper reading, and that's going to take more time. I would be looking over the weekend just so that you folks know, like, if this gets crazy, it's going to happen under target 2, where this just continues down. There's no confirmation yet. And these reactions that should only be reactions, they continue to go to target 2 straight off. And until you have any kind of confirmation turnaround, simply wait. You be patient. I know I hear a lot of people saying, I'm going to load my bags. I'm going to DCA down here. Well, I think look at this Bitcoin chart. Look at this total 3 chart, because the first 2 months were all about alts. So the altcoins were phenomenal, but they're done. And now they look like rug pulls. Now they look like absolute rug pulls. Hold on one second. We got SPY's about to break down again. Hold on one second. Hold on. Keep an eye. I'm trying to keep an eye on this one here. I'm looking at some 388s. I don't know if I'm going to get a little check back, but I'm looking for some 388 puts for this thing to go, for the SPY to go down to like 385 by the close. Hold on. Let's see if we can get that. Anyway, that's the big deal for crypto. And over the weekend, so you folks know, you have major things developing where, let's look at them. Let's look at quickly there's Bitcoin. So you know the deal in Bitcoin. They're our top 5. Ethereum at 1400. Well, how do we feel about the Gartley now, or the bat pattern now? Excuse me. Okay, bat pattern to 1405. Hit the target one. Any confirmation? No. Not yet. Not yet. Here you go. You're still oversold. So if you're looking for something down there, if you're looking for confirmation, just be careful. It's not there yet. Yeah, this is Ethereum, KZ. And like all crypto, don't be surprised to see this dip down to target 1277 this weekend. You know, I mean, this isn't over. This isn't even close to being over yet off of that reaction. I think a target 2 is likely. And you have, remember we had this, it was a Gartley on just this one feed. But on other feeds, it was like a bat pattern like this. Excuse me, bigger bat pattern. There you go. And that's Bybit. I think on Binance as well. Let me get where's the Binance feed? Gemini, Bitstamp. Bitstamp was the Gartley. Yeah, the Binance feed, so that's good. That's a bat pattern. And I think even off the bullish bat, if that's just a bat pattern, then why wouldn't we go back for a full type 2 if you really flush this weekend? Do consider that's a possibility. And again, I think it's now, and I've been saying that 21st thing. We could very well go down in for the next 10, 11 days into the 21st. The fact that that's done that so many times is just, it's something I continue to mention. And I'll just be observational on crypto of how those cycles go, whether the main guys that run the shows, the main holders understand of those kind of cycles. They're happening. They're definitely happening. So the 21st, that's a week from what? Tuesday, Wednesday? Yeah. 11, 12, 13. It's a week from Tuesday. So this is just, you know, a big first reaction that likely has a couple other implications. Binance Coin, wouldn't it be great for them to get some kind of regulatory action like right now and just have everybody gang up on all of these crypto? It seems like the government wants to take crypto out, quite frankly. It seems like they have, you know, FAFO'd for so long to try to just drain, create this uncertainty, almost trap people. Binance Coin, if anything happens to it, listen, we know the obvious 255 level is support. I've been talking about that this week. I'm more concerned now with Binance Coin cracking this, and because of the weekly confirmation that we've seen. You have, it's no coincidence that we have HSI dots, arrows across the board here. And now we're rolling over. And here's the thing that happens is you take out this low, you go back to 228, or you take out 220, there's nothing else there. So you at a minimum, I think the static support levels you're going for now. Number 4. Hold on one second. Number 4. What was number 4? I think it was actually Cardano, because of the type 2 we were talking about for a long time. And this as more of just a model for what we can expect here with a lot of these type 2s in route, which is back down to XA at 28.38. And I'm wouldn't be surprised that that happens. You're less than 10% away. You were this morning. And could we go all the way to the hop? It all depends on where the next set of confirmation comes in. HSI is, look, back in the zone, expanding with amplified. So you're deep. And that could be a couple more days into next week easily. That was, and number 5 was XRP. Again, they're waiting for the big announcement, but here we are on XRP. As strong as that case seems to be shaping up, or as weak as the SEC really seems, that XRP is back down retesting. Yeah, you got a type 2. You got weekly stuff here. You got daily stuff here. All of that is probably lower, more like 32 cents for your next shot. And come back down for a second test here in what? Second test in 8 or 9 months. There's the weekly XRP chart. And I think that XA level, that's 31 cents. If you're looking for entries or longs, you're looking for places to hit that, it's going to be back on these XA levels on the weekly chart. I should say this because I did get some questions recently. If you're not set up with the TradingView platform, or get with right here on Basic Members page, send your username, TradingView username, to hpc@sr-analyst.com. Okay? And get set up for 2 weeks. So you can go through all your favorite crypto and get the levels. Now, speak about levels. There's a lot of different crypto that have done huge moves, but then they're clearly coming back. And they've not only did they form great patterns, but they definitely responded off their profit target levels. Things like YFI on the daily. Check this out. And I know we talked about this last week. And it was another strong crypto, went to target 2. Beautiful, amazing. That's a type 1 reaction. And really your first HSI on YFI wasn't until closer up to target 2. And now you're fully back down. I say come all the way back down. I say go back and retest the XA level at 51.92. Why not? You do that, you would satisfy the type 2, and you would then really be able to say, okay, structurally, you've confirmed that level. So that's big. I mean, that's really big. And it's a perfect example of not only a harmonic pattern framework, but how all of these are showing you that the reaction's over. Now come back for the full retest. And it's a retest that maybe a month ago we thought would be far-fetched, but Here's another one, compound. We talked about that one as beautiful crab pattern to shark pattern. Where are we going? I think we had a Gartley too on some other feeds. There you go. And now compound, come back all the way down. XA levels at 30 bucks. Just looking at that, these situations, small pattern inside of a big pattern, they're all the ones that have patterns are doing this, and they're all going to go back and have to retest the deeper zones. What was the other one that just did that? I mean, you had Cardano, you had compound, I think Dash was just at 80 bucks. Oh, look at that, crab at 75. But this is a weekly. There you go. Oh, well, Dash is maybe it's not Dash. But Dash was just a small reaction. Now clearly coming back into this weekly zone. There's stuff on the daily. But the thing that, again, until you have confirmation, don't worry about it. And here's the other one that's probably the best of all, is this Fetch AI. Yeah, some weekly stuff, a couple of weekly overbought signals, but the daily chart, which we were looking at just this week, I think Tuesday, really, we nailed it, of showing how this deep crab took, amazing hop level at 550 was the floor. There's your confirmation. This one, huge moon run. I mean, a 10x in a month straight to target one at 55.19. And now you would want to go back to 27.22 cents if you're really into that. That would satisfy the type 2. You're back down there. You've already hit the ABCD at 35 cents, but of this prior zone, let me be clear on that too, because listen, we're looking at this pattern as the big structural model of harmonic support with profit target levels, which is target 1. But to really satisfy the type 2 situation where you get a reversal, you got to retest that prior zone entirely, and you need confirmation. So Fetch AI, it's already oversold, but over the next several days, maybe going, let's just say by the 21st, you could look for it, come back in there. I would wait for that. I would wait until that has been retested and satisfied with confirmation. So it's many days, and I think with the 21st right around the corner makes sense. Zcash, yes. All of these are big patterns, and it's back down there. Yeah, another one. Okay, back down into the zone. Type 2. The arrows are right there. I think this was what we drew on Tuesday. But where's confirmation? Deeply oversold. So until that comes out, you're not. I would not be trying to add to bags, if you will. So definitely be aware of that. What's going on? Couple more, and I'll go about another 15 minutes, guys. I don't know if I don't think we're going to get that return. I think S&P looks just horrible. Oh, the other one was things like Monero. Beautiful Gartley that had a huge move. I mean, well beyond target 2. This is something, I call this like a looping type 2 retest. But it's real clear. I mean, To target 2, you could have been out even at 151, even though that went to 180. But not only this trend line break, but the moving average breakdown, today's move, you don't even step in until 122. One moment, 1 second. Okay. Not a gamer. You're asking for a paid weekly gold member trial. Just contact me on Discord. I'll give you access for a week or two. If you wanna try out of the gold membership or check it out, just contact me on the Discord. And you guys know how I operate. It's like, look, I do this for my own self, but really to support the software and to cut all the garbage that really went down in the harmonic pattern space many years ago. I don't even want to go back to that, but if you need access to the software or you want to get into the gold membership, you get on the free Discord and contact me, and I'll hook you up. And then when you're ready, subscribe at that point. It's not even worth it to me to try to sell anybody on anything other than to show you what we're doing here and why, again, having the software, especially for a space like crypto, you need levels. I mean, how do you know in crypto where you're going to buy, sell? You need levels. So definitely check that out. I mean, I don't want to waste anybody's time, my time, but I have to lay this stuff out now. We get it down and we're clear, especially before the weekend, because I think things are happening. Check that out. David, thank you. David, one of our moderators. Yeah, all 4 books are free, and again, all of that on the basic membership, the videos, and then look at everything that we have done in the YouTube videos, the live streams here for the last many year or more. Today is our incredibly 193rd live stream. I can't even believe that. So let's just get back to it. Get with that Discord. And the Discord link, wanted to show that, is on number 4. Okay, it's right here, number 4. Just click there to get into the Discord link. And then people are there to help. I'm around, and I'm, again, like I said before, I'm going to be in there a lot more. All right, couple more. QNT. Somebody said they wanted QNT. I think that's a similar deal. QNT Tether. Daily. That's a Binance feed. Nothing really there. I think, wasn't this a weekly? Something on the weekly. Don't know. I have to go back. I don't really know this one, but I don't know why that's not tracing out, but it's a pretty clear bat pattern right now. Actually, probably more like a Gartley. 886, 107, right where you are is the 886. I want to go back to the SPY in a moment because it's rolling over. Something else I did want to bring up is this Ren, and I've been saying that this one has done several pops and rolls. It's an example of why these reactions are only been reactions. And Ren, I think comes lower. Several people asked me about that. Oh yeah, this is what it is. Okay. It's a couple of patterns down here, but the big numbers, You're way below the big numbers. So the only thing you have to go on are the prior yellow dot confirmations, which are all around 6 cents. Yes, 6 cents. That's it. And the other one that we've been in front of for a while, but I've been saying it's probably going to come back for a full retest, is Chili's. And Chili's is like this, already back down under 11.55. 11.28 was the level. That was the exact XA level. It's a great example of coming back to retest the larger uh, the larger structure, but you would need another confirmation. So that's probably around 10 cents, maybe even under by a smidge. Yeah. Do I want to look at Doge? I stopped looking at Doge for probably the very reason that it is now. And long time we said 7.1 cent, 7.15 is that ABCD, and that has been long-term support. Never since that last HSI at 9 cents, it came right back down, and I stopped looking at that for this reason that it was kind of giving us dud behavior. I'm gonna have to say all the way back to 5.7. Wasn't there a weekly something? Yeah, some prior weekly confirmation. Yes, but that's going to take more time to go back down and retest that in a way that you probably don't want to see. I still have some Doge. I'm holding on some Doge, not a lot, but it's not doing anything. One or two more, because I do want to shoot to SPY. Um, here's you know what? You know what else did it? Here's this Anchor. Anchor did this. Came all the way back down. It was a massive pump off the ABCD, come all the way back down. You're at the 200-day. You need confirmation on this one before that can go again. And look how deeply you're oversold, and doing it in a way where you're expanding nasty. It's not, I mean, this is crypto, and cryptos, I think it's going to really skunk a lot of people because the reaction that happened in January, February is getting taken back almost immediately. You look at those AI stocks and these AI things that started to run. This one, AGIX, I'd run from that as fast as I possibly could. Why? It failed. You hit the 886. That's Bitcoin at 65,000. Come all the way back down. Come all the way back down to 9.5 cents. You heard it here first. All of those things that happened, that pumped, are now going to skunk. And not the good skunk, the bad skunk. That goes for stuff like Metaverse. Oh no, here's the one I wanted to bring up. Matic. Wasn't this everyone fell in love with this in the last 6 months? Forget it. It's a weekly shark turned into a 5-0. And now you go back down for the full retest. Got really close to target one, which would have been sweet, but that's about it. You got confirmation last week, and now I think Matic is vulnerable. It's crazy to say, it was at $1.50, now it's at $1. To satisfy our harmonic pattern framework, if you really wanted to be longing that off of the levels, it needs the retest. Okay, and that retest at the 113 is 32 cents. I don't care where it is now. Where is it going? And that's what that says to me. I mean, 3-bar breakdown. Today, You close it, well, this week, if you close this week and you close it under 109 or even under a dollar, anywhere it is, that's a 3-bar breakdown, seals the deal. Yeah, Sand was the other one. Mana for Metaverse, I was going to say the same deal here. Come on back down. Maybe it was, I think it was Sandbox that had the better pattern. There you go. I think it was daily. Yeah, daily. Hit a couple things down here back at around 47 cents. I would just go back. You have hop levels printed. Any levels printing there, okay? You just assume that those hops are going to get retested. And it's happened real fast. I mean, again, like they have taken it all away. SHIB, another one of those speculative ones, straight up, runs into the shark on the daily, comes all the way back down. Isn't there? There is something here on. Yeah, about I would say 8. You're at 1024 right now. That probably goes to 800. SPY 387 today, probably. I'll get to there in a second. You're on the verge of breaking it on the 5-minute, and you still need to check back a couple of 5-minute HSIs. Could fail. ICP, I posted on that. I said I was long. I sold it at a loss. I got out. And I'm probably, and that dipped really down harder. I might re-enter, but only with some kind of major confirmation, and I want to see what Bitcoin does here. Like I'm not gonna long anything new until Bitcoin straightens itself out again. And that alt the alt index, the index 3. I want to see, ICP got down here. We were looking at 550. I think, again, another hop retest at 532 is likely. I thought we would get that last night. And maybe we check back, but I think 432. Vechain, love the chart, love the crypto. I just think you need to see confirmation. I'll pop that one up. And I do think some of these crypto will give you reactions off of this latest dump. And if you want to go in, okay, but listen, if it pops 20, 30% and doesn't continue, you have to get out. And you could be in and out inside of 24 hours off of these moves. The larger moves won't come until we have confirmation. Yeah, VeChain came all the way back to 2. And your hop level down here off of that massive pattern is about 1.7 cents. You do have an HSI arrow, and that's the confirmation we're looking for, but still need to do 2 green days. Definitely. Yeah, under 2. I mean, you had a great pump move, and then what it was is came up here and retested that bat. I think I need to automate the 1-2 because it really is like, unless you have a lot of experience. I know you guys can miss this. It's one of the reasons why I'm streaming today. But this is the type 1 on Vechain on the bearish. Came all the way back down, got confirmation. This is tough because structurally it hit the number, no confirmation up here, but got rejected. Could not sail through. And that's like that fetch AI at target 1. Yeah, 1 or 2 more. I'll look at your EOS. I do want to look at this Silvergate and Silicon Valley Bank stuff because that stuff blowing up is bad. There's EOS. Come on back down, well under $1. You got to $1 this morning. All right, after hitting that crab. Perfect. Wait, that was a type 2 crab? That sure was. This is what I mean by type 1, down to target 1, do the return phase, target 2. Even though there's no confirmation there, which is a shame, the structural retest is how you get your bigger trades. SPY's breaking down. SPY's about to go to new lows. Let's go over to SPY. That's all I got. Where's SPY going, guys? Let's pull that up. There you go. 5-minute time frame. Okay, this is what I was talking about. And again, I hope this helps people to see where the levels are and how to kind of anticipate what the market needs to do as a means to really understand where it's going. On the 5-minute level right now, we need to check back, retest that trigger. That's HSI off of this indicator. All that means is got oversold after the bat pattern. And before that could even go up, you need 2 bullish candles. So you're now checking back. You're clearly rejecting that 200 moving average. And this reaction seems like it's going to be more. You can ride that until you get 2 green candles or break the uptrend. I don't know if we're going to get a type 2. Maybe we don't have the catastrophe day today and it goes into next week. Something like that is what you'd want to see, but you're breaking down. You've got, like I said, you need 2 green candles. That's at least 10 minutes away. Where would I cover shorts for today? I'm using this bullish pattern that's got no confirmation. And I'm thinking, I know it's hard to believe, but you get into these, you get into the zones, and especially what happened yesterday on the 4-hour chart. Okay. Going down to this hop level off of the pattern is likely. Do we get there by 4 o'clock today? I don't know, but it could happen. 3 hours. Also take note that this 4-hour candle will be the last 4-hour candle of the day. It says so right here. We're coming up on 1 o'clock. All right, so whatever this 4-hour candle does today is critical. Do note that our other 4-hour pattern of consequence is a bearish bat pattern from way back in February that capped, that was the high. Look at the hop level on that 4-hour chart. That was the exact high for the year so far. And many times this stuff goes hop to hop. Off of that pattern, 387.52, which is, we hit that this morning. We're there now. Is an area that if you could break down under 387.52, then yeah, maybe you could get 382. But if you don't, I would go to the 5-minute time frame. And you need to flush here. If over the next 10 or 15 minutes we don't flush, then maybe it goes to Monday. But those are the 2 possibilities. And look, go to 382 today. You're still talking, that's a whopper of a move. So I don't know if it'll happen because that's you're talking 50 by the close, 50 down, 50 more on the S&P. But who knows? Maybe something comes out. Maybe another bank comes out and says, "Hey, we have to sell everything." However, have I ever been a bag holder? What do you mean by bag holder? Just hold in garbage and lose for a crypto? If that's what you mean by bag holder. Yeah, I've been in some bad crypto positions where I've held for 6 months or 8 months and just watch it grind to nothing. That's basically throwing away money. something 6 months or whatever, but just then give up. Some of that was last summer for sure. Some things that I pushed way too long. So yeah, it's happened. It's happened to me in the crypto space. I've just been lucky enough that to I've made more than enough in the crypto that I can afford it, but I don't. As a trader, it drives me nuts. I lose sleep over it. Absolutely. That's why I don't like the crypto, and I don't like what I see right now in crypto because it all tells me these have to go down and retest lows. You got to go back and retest. Like, all right, last one. Solana, nice bounce on the 5 minute, but it's not going to help it. Solana has been the type 2 return. It just took time. It took like 2 months to consolidate at target 1. Now you go all the way back for Solana, $12. I wouldn't even think about it till $12. I know some people think there's an opportunity there, but how are they deriving their levels? And at what exact price? Thank you, Crypto Hammer. I appreciate you too. I hope, I mean, I'm doing this stuff for a reason to really just highlight the harmonic pattern framework, and the way it goes in crypto especially is been phenomenal. And I think it's something where, especially with all the scam crap that has befallen the industry, people have to have a clue. You need levels, and there's other ways you can do lots of technical analysis. It just, the harmonics are on it with crypto. One other number to think about for today for SPY, by the way, let me shift back to that before I really get out of here. That target 2 off of this little ABCD is 386.66. So, you've got some levels down here. I do think we could get down to maybe 386.66. And I said that in the Discord this morning. So those that caught that this morning, I hope that helped you. That I said this could be a likely target for the day. And I'll be in that Discord more. I can't do it every day, but I feel like I'm getting back to the point where I can be there more now on health reasons and energy reasons and other life commitment reasons. So I appreciate everybody in here. And the Discord's been great because we got phenomenal people that if I'm not there, especially for new folks or folks really seriously intent on learning, there's people there to ask you questions or answer questions and direct you into the right location where to go. So we're going to go, I'll be back on Tuesday, but I wanted to just make it super clear. And I want to finish up really on long term of what's going on here. I'll look at the Silvergate Bank and Silicon Valley investment bank as well on Tuesday. They're already done. They're smashed. What are the next ones? And I'll highlight some of the patterns that are on Tuesday. The big, weekly and even monthly patterns that need to be retested. For the SPY though, look, clearly we've failed. We didn't get above the August high. Now we're going to end up with a 3-bar breakdown. That's the other reason why I'm talking to you, because it's going to be an obvious 3-bar continuation. The initial 3-bar breakdown was 2 weeks ago over here. And you do that. Look, that violated the 3-bar range. This week, especially with today's close, 1, 2, 3-bar range, that tells you this is accelerating. And I'm not saying like that, hey, let's give it more time or anything. I'm saying look for this thing to start slipping and breaking down. This candle is it. And you keep slipping down. It's more of come back to the obvious levels, 200 week moving average. Bring that up like that, and bring on our proprietary tools and say where is it oversold? It's nowhere close. It's down there. The other thing that is really clear with this weekly close is that amplified RSI. That is heading back down into the under the 50 level. All right, and that would require several bars to go down, retest, and turn around. And you can do, I really think we're in a spot like this where you've already done the first thrust. You go back to August. Now we're going to do another 3-week flush kind of a thing and get down to levels. The problem here is that there's really nothing under these levels that say, all right, the logical target is X, Y, or Z, other than our crab, the big crab pattern. Sorry, let me go to this. Let me go to the S&P futures. That's your crab. And again, these patterns are really the framework for how you should be looking at the macro scene, that we have to come back into the return. And this is where I started today. This is where I want to finish up. Again, weekly futures. You see a close under 39.25. Okay, that sets it off. You're 39.20 right now, trying to fail, trying to break new lows for the day. You do that, then by Tuesday we're going to be talking about, all right, folks, how do I get you guys to capture the retest move to 35.47? Because that's all there is. That's why I'm talking today. Listen, get with the software, get on Harmonic Trader, get on our Discord, get yourself the tools you need to get set up. Come on back on Tuesday. I'm glad everybody showed up. I hope this was helpful. I'm on record with really what needed to be said, and we'll come here and we'll shift our perspective to get ready for that, what I think will end up being like a real nasty week. And not only that, go into the end of the month and go into these earnings next month into April. It is not in a good spot. I mean, if you were looking for a bullish turnaround or something more than just a reaction, I think you got to say, put a fork in it and do it now. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. As always, go get them. We will catch you on Tuesday, 12 noon Eastern. Take care.